I didn't have any major side effects from it myself, other than my arm being a little sore for the next day. But that went away pretty quickly. And, it just made me feel that much more comfortable being in 2020 at the end of the year. The vaccine has been proven 95% effective. Both of the vaccines, actually, Pfizer and Moderna, they're both similarly in their efficacy, close to 94 to 95%. So that means you got about a 95% chance of not getting coronavirus or being sick from it after having your completed 2-dose regimen. More importantly, though, the vaccines have been proven to prevent a person from becoming extremely sick, where they end up in the hospital or the ICU, or even worse, dying from coronavirus illness. So that is probably the major reason to get the vaccine. And my own personal reason is that because this is our best chance to get out of the coronavirus pandemic and get back to our normal lives. Until about 60 to 70% of the population actually on Earth, or even more, gets this vaccine and we reach what's called true herd immunity, we're going to have to remain in this unnormal state where we have to wear masks around each other most of the time, stay distant from each other most of the time, constantly worry about cleaning our surfaces and washing our hands. I'm sure most people are like myself, and they want to get back to normal life where I can go and see my mother, my mama, and feel comfortable that I'm not going to make her sick. I'm anxious to get back on a plane and travel and see new places and go to foreign countries and not worry about, getting an illness while I'm in a plane and a cabin with other people around me. And just to enjoy our friends and family again in person and not on Zoom like we're enjoying ourselves now. The vaccine does have a potential for side effects, but they're not severe side effects. Most people who receive the vaccine won't have any side effects, probably akin to what I experienced. But the studies do show out that approximately 40% of patients who were in the trials did have some degree of side effects, most of them very minor, some headaches, some fatigue, some muscle aches, some chills, and then there can be various others, but the majority of the time, if you do experience those side effects, they usually are temporary and go away fairly quickly within 24 to 48 hours. More importantly, though, people who experience those side effects should feel reassured in the fact that that's actually a sign that their immune system is being revved up and their body is actually making the antibodies that can fight off the coronavirus in the future. So it actually is an alarm bell to tell your body that you're actually being protected for the future.
So I think one of the most important things to note is our role as being a community partner when it relates to administering the vaccine to the communities that we serve, in particular the community of Albany, Dougherty County, where we were hit so hard, and the surrounding areas. We are one of 3 medical partners. So there's Phoebe, there is the health department, and then Albany Area Primary Health Care that are currently listed as providers for the COVID vaccine. And so again, just really signifies our willingness and initiative and drive to help combat this pandemic, as Dr. Vance alluded to, by being a part of a larger project with 3 other healthcare agencies.
Extremely important to get this vaccine. Don't wait for the next person to get the vaccine and you get it potentially 6 months to a year later. You need to go ahead and get your vaccine today, as soon as you can. And the reason being is, like I said before, we will never get out of this pandemic until the majority of not just Georgians or not just Americans, but everyone on Earth gets a vaccine, gets vaccinated, and we're all protected from getting coronavirus, and we can potentially get to the point where we don't need to wear masks around each other. We don't need to stay socially distant. We will always need to wash our hands, but we can get back to normal life, enjoy each other in person, and not have to worry about our family members dying from a disease that we hadn't even heard about over a year ago. So definitely my biggest advice is do not wait to get this vaccine. That's what I hear from a lot of persons in the community, patients of mine, that they're going to wait and see. You don't have to wait and see. There were a total of over 70,000 people who were tested with this vaccine already in the United States alone, and millions more across the world with other vaccines. And these vaccines have been vetted. It does seem like they've been vetted in a fast manner, but in actuality, that's because technology allows the process to go a lot faster than they have in previous vaccine trials. So don't wait, go ahead and get your vaccine now.